We're starting the Ezra's Hashem siman kuf mem zayin and Vayol Moshe, and we're continuing with the reasons why some Rabbanim in that generation made a mistake and supported Zionism. And so far we had, in kuf mem hey, we had the reason because the Yetzer Hara of our time is Kfira and Zionism, just like the Yetzer Hara in Bayis Rishon's times was Avodah Zarah. And then in siman kuf mem vav, and really kuf mem hey started it already, was the second reason, that the shaychad blinds the eye of the wise, and the pressure of the world, the pressure of the strong people and the wealthy people of the world exerts pressure on Rabbanim, and that's why they made a mistake in this area. And then in kuf mem vav, he explained more what shaychad could do with the story of Shaul. That Shaul listened to the people and didn't kill the sheep of Amalek. So Shmuel rebuked him for it, and Shaul said first that he wanted to do it for Karbanos, and then later on he admitted that the real reason was because that really the reason that caused him to make the mistake in Hoirah and think that it was mutter to save them alive for Karbanos was because of the pressure of the people. Kuf Mem Zayin. That there's another pshat in what Shaul HaMelech said. That I feared the people and I listened to their voice. Based on the words of the Orchaim HaKadosh Parsha Shlach, that the Orchaim is going to say that when someone's being appointed by somebody, they get affected by that person who appoints them. So just like the Meraglim were affected by the Yidden who appointed them, so in the same way, Shaul, since he was a king of the Yidden, he was appointed by them, he had their influence on him.
Korach was appointed by Dasar and Avir as well, so that he became, made trouble like they did.
So Shalichoyer hu pela atzum. It's very hard to understand. The Meraglim were great people among the Yidden. They were
Zionists compare the Meraglim to Gidon who are against Israel.
Right, but they were appointed by that time. The mitzvah was to go in and conquer Eretz Yisrael, and they didn't want to. So Shadismanu Yakosh Baruch Hu Pirish Rashi Zal Al Kasav Kulam Anashim. Rashi says on that pasuk that they were all men. So men call Anashim Shabimikra Lashon Chashivas. The word Anashim means they were chashiva people. They were good people.
Because a Rush is never called never given such a chashivas.
The Oisa Shah Ksherim Hayu. At the beginning, when they started out, they were good. It's only in the middle of their spying Eretz Yisrael that they became Rishayim. Gam Shachem Al Pi Hashem. Also, Moshe chose them based on Hashem. Hashem told him who to choose. V'amru Chazal, b'masha Amr Al Pi Hashem. That when it says Vayishlach V'yisam Moshe min Midbar Paran Al Pi Hashem. What does it mean? Shehaya HaKadosh Baruch Hu Omer Ploni L'Shevet Ploni. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, L'Mate Ruven Shamua Ben Zakur. Hashem told him exactly who to choose.
But still, that's Levi was good for that.
That's a Medrash Rabbah on this on this pasuk. V'ha'ech nishtanu achakach. So how could they have become so bad later? Kol kach b'emtza shlichus, in the middle of the job, lahadiach es ha'am, and they came back and they caused the people to go so far off and say, don't go into Eretz Yisrael, don't trust in Hashem. V'yamad al zeh b'Orchaim HaKadosh. The Orchaim HaKadosh asked this question, Jean. Because of shelitzad shekavanas ha'mishalchim ha'isarah, because the intent of the Klal Yisrael who sent the Meraglim was bad, even though Moshe and Hashem intended for the good, but tifo poel hara b'shliach, the bad influence of the Mishaleach has an effect on the Shliach. V'yachzor liyois shluchoi shalom k'moisoi, and then he becomes like the person who sent him. V'yivaled boy tchuna ra, and a bad nature comes into him. Mashaloi haisa boy kodim, that was not there before. Kederch shetivaled b'chinas hakdusha b'shluchei mitzvah l'toiva ois. Just like when someone's sent to do a mitzvah, he gets some kind of b'chinas hakdusha, some kind of good kedusha in his heart that comes into him because he's sent to do a mitzvah. Same thing when they were sent to do an aveira, even though Moshe didn't mean it for an aveira, but the people meant it for that. So therefore, their tchunas came into the Meraglim. Even though they were tzaddikim at the beginning, but asois ha'alicha l'regel noilad bohem tchuna ra. Doing this action of walking with their feet caused them to get
walking with their feet.
They went with their feet into Eretz Yisrael.
What's bad about doing that?
what's special about using their feet? I guess that was the action they did as the shliach. Like what was the shlichus of meraglim? What were they supposed to do?
To go in
and come out. So that was their shliach.
Yeah.
That was their shlichus. So the action of fulfilling the shlichus of the Mishaleach caused them to have tchuna ra. And that's why they got this idea to convince the people to go off. Ad kan l'shoyin HaKadosh. That's the lashon of the Orchaim HaKadosh. V'nuchal lehisboinen mizeh. We can understand from this shagam shahayu gam shluchei Moshe. Even though the meraglim were also appointed by Moshe, al pi Hashem told them exactly who to appoint. Moshe Amar Kosta b'ferish vayishlach oisem Moshe v'goymer im kein hayu al pi ha'emes shluchei mitzvah. So really they were shluchei mitzvah, not shluchei avera. Moshe wanted to do a mitzvah with them. Kein locha mitzvah gedoyla milas shlichus shel Moshe shal pi Hashem. There's no greater mitzvah than that. Im kol zeh yan shebeshlichus zu. Since in this shlichus gam shamu l'kol ha'am, they were also listening to the voice of the people. Sit in the natzach. The Satan was victorious. That's the side of bad won out over the side of good. V'naseh bohem kiv'shluchei ha'am levad. They became like they were only shluchei ha'am. Shenoil bohem tchuna ra. They had the bad nature that the people had. Shalahem ad sheyatzu l'hadiach, and that's why they came back and they gave bad eitzes. V'lachein efsher shagam Shaul HaMelech. In the same way, we can explain Shaul HaMelech. So Shaul HaMelech, he's not still bozeh. He came with this excuse after he realized that he was wrong with the thing that he said about the karbanos, and Shmuel told him, no, Hashem doesn't want your karbanos. He wants you to kill them. So after he realized he was wrong, she'avras pi Hashem, hagam shebevadai b'chol levavoi b'chol nafsho lo yirotza la'asos el ratan haboyer yisbarach shemoy. Even though really Shaul was a tzaddik and he wanted to fulfill the Ratzon Hashem, im kol zeh bar l'yei tois hazeh. He had this mistake, lachshav al aveira shehi mitzvah, that thinking aveira was really something good. Yan shemachmis yiras ha'am shama gam l'koilam, since because of the fear of the people he was listening to them, and his whole job is being a king, so noy l'boy tchuna ra, he got some of their nature in him. Tchuna ra shalahem shenaseh bozeh shlucham, he became their representative. That bad nature of them brought him to make this mistake. Kasher the meraglim went even further off because of this reason. So Shaul, even though he didn't make such a huge mistake, but he had some of the people's nature. Even the meraglim were good tzaddikim at the beginning, and even their mistake was a tois. They didn't bedavka want to do the wrong thing. They just thought this is right.
And the sign is the meraglim like this evil gedolim, who against Israel.
They don't bring the end of the story. That after the meraglim, Hashem said, "No, you're not allowed to go in." Yeah. They don't listen to that part. They stopped reading after that part of the parsha. Yeah. And from this we could learn out that if the people's leaders, the Rabbanim of today, have this yiras ha'am on them, they have this fear of the people, and they listen to the voice of the people, so nasi bozeh shlucham, they become the representatives of the people, the agents of the people, and they get the nature of the people in them. And it has an effect on these leaders, haksherim, who are actually tzaddikim in the good, but it's lahaviyam lidei tois gadol v'noira. It brings them to make a terrible mistake. Kol kach, it's such a terrible mistake. Ad sheyesh boy kidei lahadiach es yeser. But then it goes and it turns around and it convinces the rest of the people who weren't bad to become bad. Kasher kara lanu bav v'neseinu rabim. This is what happened today. B'dor hazeh ik for the Mashiach, in this generation before Mashiach. Ubavadai she'etzel Shaul HaMelech b'chir Hashem hayu oid bozeh and yadim nistarim. Now, of course, Shaul's sin was not such a pasha de avera, and we have Chazal always say, he's going to say now, Masha eviu v'dei chet zeh kasher kenhu b'chol achatoyim anizkarim b'toyer k'doshe. Anytime a tzaddik in the Torah commits an avera, Chazal explained that it wasn't mamish the way it looks. It was something a little bit less than that.
A lot less, should we say? A lot less.
A lot less, yeah. Like Kol Omer Ruven Chata and Kol Omer David Chata.
Right, even the Malachim who seem like Rishayim were still not the way we think they were.
So right, that's what we said earlier in this.
Yeah.
So therefore, here also, when Shaul did this aveira, obviously there were high and difficult to understand, heilige reasons that we
I
can.
did once hear Rabbi Eliezer Ginsburg say that you see what Tzaddik was, he was appointed before David as king, which he actually more worthy of being king than David was. That's why he was appointed first.
Okay, so ukvar amarti bozeh inyan nachon. So 1 second, I skip a line. B'chol ha'chatam in Zikram Torah l'v'divrei Chazal al ha'kamonim ha'kdoshim b'tachlis ha'kedusha. Ukvar amarti bozeh inyan nachon. I already explained this chet of Shaul HaMelech somewhere else, maybe in Divrei Yoel, in a different way. It's also for sure that this is true. What we're saying now is true. That the Pashup Shat is also true, that Shaul did fear the people. The fear of the people means that the influence of the fear of the people caused him to make a mistake. And all the more so in our generations, for the Mashiach, ein safek shehu kain. It's for sure true that we could be influenced by the people. It causes you to miss the truth and lipol berishtam and fall into the net of the Rishaim. The pasuk shot in the pasuk is that Shaul HaMelech had this influence also. We have to believe that the Torah is true, then the Nevi'im are true, even on the Pashta level also. Even though there's something deeper to it also. It's the reasons why Shaul did the Aveira. But there's also the reason that it says, you raise yes on. Okay.